Care's supposed to be down there right now.
Park. Hey, is there any way you could park like right there?
Mm-hmm.
We came over, let's so gotcha. Yep. What's up, bro?
Hi, my buddy.
Alright.
What about sweatpants you like anyway?
Yeah, I was baby though. My daughter 4 now,
Yeah,
she's tiny.
I just said 14. He said we ain't got that.
I've been bottom. The kids. Fuck sweat shit.
Thank you.
Police. No, I'm trying to change in here. I can change in here?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They said they don't know all the way.
Yo, Albie, what up, Albie? Yo, what's up, my boy? Yo,
That's crazy. We played Pop Warner together. We played for the Cowboys.
Hey, yo, check this pic real quick.
Louis Bostrak said Denver, Colorado wants to be.
Good to see you, bro. Congrats.
Well, my boy.
Shakur.
Hey, come on, let us get you over here, bro.
You should be good now. It should be enough for all y'all. Go.
He trying to punch with you too, Manny, so give him some fake.
Yo, this EO.
Leave him alone, Dave! Hey, Dave, leave him alone! Find the right shots, Manson. You'll see it. Hands up, though. Yep.
Got it.
If you don't take a picture of me, I'm crashing out.
Let's go. Gotta get out now.
I'm happy to be back at the Prudential Center. This is my home. I love it here. Hopefully, my next fight will be here. That's what I want. But I came here to support Lil Manny, and Lil Manny got the job done. Tough fight, close fight, but he pulled it through, and I'm just glad to be here to support him.
You and Tank ever linked up in the ring?
Yeah, we sparred before.
Can we ever expect a fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's gonna be one of the biggest fights in the world.
No cap.
I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford. I feel like me and Tank gonna be basically 2.0 of that.
Yeah.
Probably even bigger than that.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin. That would be Shakur. And Tank Davis himself.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I
I feel you. I told you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off and you ain't got no power?
I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
Well, you know I sparred them twice.
That's right. If
Bill took him out the ring, I almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you that?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
Oh, okay. Tell to Devin and his dad to get out my dick. Tell him, be prepared. Because after these first 2 niggas, oh man, I'm coming straight at niggas.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? He don't have no offense. Everything is defense. What has Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Fuck no. I ain't never been knocked down a day in my life. I ain't never really been like hurt in no fight. Like far as, cause people took when I said this wrong. Like I got hit with a body shot before that I felt. They could like if you want to call that hurt. But I'm talking about like somebody hit you in the chin with like people say you chinny and all that kind of stuff. You ain't got no chin. I never like felt nothing, no chin shot where I was buzzed or hurt or nothing like that in no fight that I had. So, in sparring, fight, anything. So nah.
How you think one coming up with
I
Tank?
hope he don't fight Lamar actually. Like I hope he don't get in the ring with him again. Because at the end of the day, if he lose, it's just gonna look bad on the fight with me. So it's gonna look like somebody else already did it.
You want Tank to knock you out, yo?
I ain't
I heard him say like, yo, I want to fight Tank, and that's nice, but why do you want Tank to knock you out so bad? Like,
look, that sound good. That sound real good, but she's too little.
Too little.
When it comes to heated rivalries in boxing, nothing matches the tension between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta "Tank" Davis. This is the kind of rivalry where two loyal fan bases constantly argue about who the better fighter really is. Fans of Tank and Shakur have built a reputation for attacking each other on social media, while defending their favorite boxer as the true king of the division. The rivalry has been growing for years, and even boxing analysts and former fighters continue debating over who has the better skills inside the ring. The only thing still missing is an official fight where both men finally step in the ring and show the world who deserves to be called the best. Sadly for boxing fans and both sides of supporters, this matchup does not look close to happening unless both fighters decide to seriously work together and push for the fight themselves.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
Over the last few years, fans have started getting a clearer picture of who may have the advantage in this massive rivalry. Shakur moved up the rankings at a fast pace while taking on several dangerous opponents along the way. His win against William Zepeda became a major moment in his career and made many people view him as a serious threat in the division. After his performance against Teofimo Lopez, Shakur reached another level of popularity and respect in boxing. He has continued chasing the biggest fights and has openly called out Tank Davis many times. Shakur looks fully prepared for any challenge that comes his way. Meanwhile, Tank has stayed inactive and disappeared from the spotlight for long periods without stepping into the ring for more than a year. On top of that, he has also dealt with several legal issues outside boxing. Shakur's promoter Eddie Hearn has even dismissed the idea of Tank beating Shakur, now especially after Shakur became a 4-division world champion.
If you were Tank's promoter, what would the next step be for Tank?
I heard they were going to fight Jake Paul. When I see Jake Paul at the event, and I see Jake Paul posting from the private jet with a picture of Gervonta Davis.
Slapped it.
Yeah, but they had that for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Because you had to buy it, you had to get it made.
Yeah, but I can't believe that fight was going to happen. But anyway, crazy stuff's happening. Yeah, you got to rematch Lamont Roach. You got to. It'll probably get ordered. That's the reality by the New York State Athletic Commission. But listen, they may have got lucky because the only fight for Tank outside of after Lamont Roach was Shakur Stevenson.
Facts.
Right? Now they've got another opponent that will do well at the gate because of the controversy.
Yep.
And it ain't Shakur Stevenson. I keep telling people Shakur Stevenson beats Tank. You cannot say that Shakur Stevenson would not have beaten Tank last Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
No matter who comes out victorious, there is no question that Tank versus Shakur would be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Fan in Boxing recently shared his thoughts on why this matchup is so important for Shakur Stevenson at this stage of his career. He also gave advice to Tank Davis, saying that Tank should move up to 140 pounds and start chasing the biggest names in that weight class because he has already spent too much time fighting at 135 pounds. Fannin also believes that some voices in the boxing media are trying to pull Shakur Stevenson away from a fight with Gervonta Davis by encouraging him to move toward 147 pounds instead. According to him, this is similar to the pressure that was once placed on Davis to change divisions, and he feels it benefits certain people around the sport more than the fighters themselves. Fannin also stated that despite Shakur's success, he still lacks true superstar status and believes a fight against Davis is the only way for him to become a major attraction in boxing.
Gervonta needs to go to 140, 147. He's been at 135 too long. He's dominating everybody there. There's no challenges for you there. Come on and go up to 147 pounds. Like I said, that's a system. They are not these people are bought and paid for. We already know that. So the people that they support want Shakur Stevenson to go up to 147 to fight guys like Conor Ben, to fight guys like whoever at 147 pounds, right? But what will that make Shakur? Let's just be real. What does that make Shakur? That is going to make Shakur, basically, he's going to be stuck being an undercard fighter. Like he's been stuck at being an undercard fighter. He didn't get any real momentum off of that fight with Teofimo Lopez. What did he get? He got a bunch of systematic press. People talking about the fight for about a week and how great he is. And after that, it went right back into nobody talking about Shakur. Because Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star. But he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. Is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez, really. But you know, we live in this era where YouTube channels like The Boxing Voice, like Showbiz the Adult, like these other guys want to prescribe movements for fighters that really don't do anybody any good other than the backers of those.
Boxing Hall of Famer Tim Bradley shares a similar view when it comes to Shakur Stevenson and his future in the sport. Bradley strongly disagrees with the idea of pushing Shakur Stevenson all the way up to 147 pounds, especially since that would already become his fourth weight division. He pointed to Stevenson's dominant performance against Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds as clear proof of his world-class talent, and believes there is no reason for him to move higher before taking on serious opponents like Gary Antoine Russell or Dalton Smith. Bradley also believes Stevenson still has important business to handle at 130 and 135 pounds, and specifically mentioned possible fights against Isaac Cruz and Moratalla. Before seeing Shakur make a permanent move to welterweight, Bradley wants to see him face those challenges first.
Tim, tell us about Shakur Stevenson. He can't seem to get a fighter to step in the ring with him after his performance with Teofimo Lopez. What do you make of that? What do you think's going on with Shakur Stevenson?
There's fights out there for Shakur. There's fights out there for Shakur. Hell yeah, there's fights out there. He gotta fight him. He gotta go get him. That's it. Look, every fight ain't gotta be a damn home run. Every fight ain't gotta be not a home run, but every fight ain't gotta be like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Super Bowl?
Like the Masters or Super Bowl. Every fight ain't gotta be like that, bro. You know what I mean?
Just stay busy, get better.
Well, you can stay busy and get better, but if you fighting the top guys in the division, that's all that we want to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, if you're gonna stay at 140, we want to see you against that Russell guy. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you against Russell. We want to see you against Dalton Smith. We want to see you against that top echelon of that division. If you go to 35, we want to see you against the Moratallas of the world. You know what I'm saying? We want to see
the biggest fights at 147 though. Ryan, Devin.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but he's not a 147 pounder. He's not. He ain't say, oh, let me go test that 140. No, he said, I'm gonna go to 140 without no tune-ups, and I'm gonna face the best guy there. Right? And he faced Lopez and he demolished him like nothing, right? Yeah. So, like, now y'all want to force him to go up to 47 for what? That's his fourth weight class, dog. His fourth weight class. Anyway, it's a four-weight champion too. Anyway, ain't going up to 26 yet. Anyway, we'll go up there. He handled his business this weekend or next weekend. I'm pretty sure he might go up to 126, right? So the same thing with Shakur. Eventually Shakur will get there, you know, but he got some fights that he can fight at 130 and 135. Shit, I wouldn't mind seeing a Cruz Shakur. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Moratalla.
Bradley also gave his opinion on a possible fight between Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, making it clear that he sees it as the biggest matchup in boxing right now. He called on Tank to accept the fight with Shakur and explained that it would be a huge event capable of drawing massive attention from boxing fans around the world. According to Bradley, the matchup has everything needed to become a major box office success and one of the sport's biggest attractions.
Gervonta's at 140, that seems to be the biggest
name. I want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight any of these top guys out there, man. And that's it. Because you can say, oh, Shakur ain't fighting nobody. Well, shit, if Shakur ain't fighting nobody and Tank ain't fighting nobody, why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other. Bro, that will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Yeah. Box office, it will sell out like this. Yeah. Like that, it'll sell out.
Coach Breadman also gave his thoughts on this possible matchup, and his opinion caught the attention of many boxing fans. He spoke very highly of Shakur Stevenson and explained that even though Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight in completely different ways, Shakur's ability to adjust along with his natural confidence makes him dangerous for any opponent in boxing. Breadman pointed to Stevenson fighting off the ropes against Zepeda as a sign of his strong instincts and comfort inside the ring, although he admitted Shakur probably would not use the same strategy against the dangerous power of Tank Davis. He also said both fighters have extremely high ring IQ, which would make the fight a very smart and tactical battle filled with adjustments from both sides. In the end, Breadman said he hopes the fight happens while both fighters are still in their prime, so boxing fans are not left with another missed dream matchup in the sport's history.
When you hear these things, when you see Shakur in all these different styles, do you look at him any different when it comes down to a Tank Davis fight now?
I think the Tank is a different style than Cepeda, but Shakur seems to want to take all the tough smoke, and I think really highly of him as a fighter. You know, he seems to. You can kind of get like the gut feeling that certain guys will fight anybody, and Shakur, even though he hasn't fought the huge names, I get the impression in my guts that he's willing to fight anybody. You know what I mean? He got real confident way about him, and he got the kind of style where you got to kind of adjust to him. So, you know, I don't think he's going to fight Tank the same way he fought Cepeda, but that's what makes Shakur special, is that he can win fights more than one different way. I always thought Shakur and Tank is a great fight, and I still do. But Shakur seems super confident that he could beat Tank. So the only way to figure that out is if they get in the ring. I think they both special, you know, and unfortunately they haven't fought yet, and they're around the same weight classes. So hopefully we get to see it before somebody loses bad or be past their prime, and then we got to wonder what would have happened if they fought on their best day. I just want to just see the fights. But sometimes, like when you ask a question like that, it's hard to say, because sometimes a fighter instinct let him know what he could do with certain guys and with certain guys he can't do. You know what I mean? It just, like Shakur might say, okay, I'm going to smell the Tank power. Or he might say, I'm going to box and I'm going to get on my jab and I'm going to move. I don't know how that works. You know, because his mind and his instincts will let him know what he think he could do. Like the Cepeda fight, I was hearing, they was like, get off the ropes. But he saw it in a way where he's like, I could be on the ropes and counterpunch this guy and get off. So we got to just see. And Tank is the same way. They both got super high IQ. So we got to see how they would deal with each other and what adjustments the corner would make and all that kind of stuff, and then come down the stretch and we just see. I really can't say how he would fight him. I don't think he would fight him like he would fight Shakur, but we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't really know until you get in there.
While many boxing experts continue debating who would win between Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, the host of Blue Blood Sports TV gave fans a harsh reality check about the chances of the fight actually happening. He completely rejected the rumors claiming that Gervonta Davis was preparing a huge offer for Shakur Stevenson, and described those reports as nothing more than wild false stories. He believes Stevenson has already moved ahead of Davis in terms of accomplishments, pointing to his success as a 4-division champion and future first-ballot Hall of Famer. He also argued that the PBC may not have the financial power to present an undeniable offer for the fight, and said any serious funding would probably need to come from Turki Alalshik. In the end, he explained that Stevenson is now in a strong position as a promotional free agent and does not truly need Davis to build his legacy, while many fans have already accepted that the fight may never happen because of the difficult style matchup between both fighters.
Great. At these stages of their career, Shakur Stevenson has surpassed Gervonta Tank Davis. He is a first ballot Hall of Famer right now. He is a 4-division legit champion and should be Olympic gold medalist. And His Excellency Turki Alalshik has eliminated pay-per-view numbers being needed to pay fighters and A side, B side. He has eliminated that. So they can't make Shakur a massive offer he can't refuse. First of all, the PBC doesn't even have the budget to do so. And they need His Excellency Turki Alalshik to put on events, as we see. Now, Top Rank is in trying to bring ESPN back into the picture so they could get back on the market. But they don't have a network. Shakur Stevenson's network promotional free agent, essentially. He works with Jay Prince, but he also has dealings with His Excellency Turki Alalshik. He don't need Gervonta Tank Davis. It's just the fight that we want to see. But these lies that Tank Davis is getting ready to make Shakur Stevenson an offer he can't refuse is just that, a lie. Where would he get the money to offer Shakur Stevenson an offer he can't refuse? It would have to come from Turki Alalshik, His Excellency. And guess what? Tank ain't offering nothing. That means Turki Alalshik would be making the offer to make the fight happen. So I don't know where this. I do know where these folk lords, these fake these just diabolical. The words I want to use, I can't use. But it ain't. Shakur Stevenson has essentially at this point in his career moved past Tank Davis. And the fans and the people have already accepted it ain't happening. They don't like the style matchup, number one.
There is still a huge debate over who would win between Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, because both fighters are extremely talented and still performing at a high level in their careers. While some fans feel that Tank has started losing momentum, a major fight against Shakur could completely bring him back into the spotlight and remind everyone why he is one of the biggest names in boxing. But now the question goes to the fans. Do you believe this massive showdown will finally happen within the next year or two, and if it does, who do you think comes out on top? Share your opinion in the comments below. That is all for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any future uploads. Also feel free to drop your thoughts in the comment section, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.